Hi, I'm Andrew Perry, and this is the Year of Opportunities. Today, I've got a very special treat for you. This episode is all about Artesia's historical district, that area of land that contains both of Artesia's museums.
Hello, my name is Barbara Applebury, and I'm president of the Artesia Historical Society. This group was founded in 1993 by June Lawson. June was a praiser, and she did a lot of praising here in Artesia, and she found that so many of the things were being tossed out because people did not know whether to save them or what to do with them. The historical district comprises of two museums. One is this Frampton Dantama Museum, and the other one is Old Fire Station number 30. Both of these properties are at the end of a block. And in between that block is been designated by the city as a historical district. Eventually, we hope to have it completely landscaped. We do have conceptual drawings, and they're absolutely beautiful. It will be sort of like a park setting. One of our main goals, that's a big one, is we would like to have a red car, the old electric red car that used to run right through Artesia. And that's a major goal we'd like to have. We have a 1875 school bell that was from the very first school, and we hope to build a bell tower for that, a gazebo, water fountains, anything to make it beautiful, and we hope eventually to have all of that completed.
Mrs. Applebury is going to give me a little tour of this awesome museum here in Artesia. Let's check this out.
This house is a 1929 Spanish-style home. The floor is original to the house. The sconces on the wall, and also the clock here on the fireplace. These are the original things in this particular house. We're very fortunate that a lot of the things in this house have been given to us or basically loaned. Most of the things here are permanent to us. This is a picture of Wayne and Marie Dantama, and they're the family that donated the house to us as a historical society. The house originally belonged to Art and Helen, and when they passed away, Wayne and Maria bought the home, and then they were getting ready to build a brand new home and wanted the historical society to have this. So, one of the things we have in this room is the Pat Nixon display. We were able to get a hold of Julie Eisenhower, and she sent us some things that belonged to her mom, and so we're very proud of that. Pat Nixon grew up in Artesia. She was born in Ely, Nevada, but she actually came here as a child. She went to all the schools, and she graduated from Excelsior High School. So one of the things we're very proud about is that Pat Nixon has her 100th birthday celebration at the Nixon Library, and we took a bus out to visit the display. That particular display really talks about her life as a child and a young person growing up in Artesia. Right now, because of her home is now in Cerritos. At one time, Artesia was a very large area, and it incorporated Bellflower, Hawaiian Gardens, and Lakewood. And at that time, it was all Artesia. So we capture her as being an Artesia young woman. So we're very, very proud of our display. When Pat Nixon was growing up here, she worked in the local bank here on 187th Street and Pioneer. She was started out as a janitor, and then she moved up to being a bookkeeper. So we like to tell the school children when they do our tours that she went to the same schools basically and walked the same streets that they do, and that you can grow up to be anything if you want to be. So. The sconce, the chandelier here in the entryway is original, along with the sconces on these particular walls here in the dining room. One of the features that we like to mention here in the house is the roses that are etched on the beams here in the dining room. Also on the sconces over there, you'll see that it looks like they have gold paper there. It's actually like a paraffin wax paper, and that's how they used to get reflections of lights years ago. And those lights still work, but we just don't put them on very often. This was the formal dining room. Like I said before, this room was only used twice a year for Christmas and New Year's. And this is the type of furniture they had in here. It was a dark wood. This is the kitchen. All the tile work is original. All the cupboards are original. They have a little fancier knob that they used to have years ago. You would just punch it and open it that way. That's a little different. The stove that's here was donated to us by another couple that were interested in historical museums. It was in their garage, and they said, oh, this is perfect, you folks can have it. So they gave that to us. So this basically is the kitchen area. The things that you see on the counters are things that people would have used in those days. We do have an old-fashioned ice box. For those who don't know, we still have an ice plant here in town. Years ago, the ice plant started in 1927, I believe, and they used to have an iceman that would deliver ice to the homes. And you would have a little sign that you'd put in your window whether you wanted 5 pounds or 10 pounds of ice. And the iceman would come and knock on your door and bring the ice in and put it in the ice box for you. This is where they would store all their vegetables and fruits and things like that. And they have a little lattice, and then the bottom would have been opened up to their basement, and the cool air would have come up there and kept the fruits and vegetables cool and fresh. This room is called the sunroom. This is where Art and Helen Frampton watched their TV. This is their original TV and their radio. They had a couple chairs in here, a little bit of rug, and this is where they spent their evenings. So, and it was enough for them. And the sunroom, it was faced to where the sun was always coming in for them. So, okay, this was their master bedroom. Of course, we don't have it furnished as a bedroom. If we did furnish the house like a regular house, we would not be able to have, we wouldn't have room to put all these things. This is how the woman of the house in the 30s, 40s would have dressed. Even in the 50s, they would have not gone out of the house without being dressed up with their hats and gloves, and women didn't wear pants at those times. And one of the things when we do our school tours, this is a real fox, and the children are a little freaked out about that. But we were lucky we found it at a garage sale. Yeah. So, but anyway, it's kind of fun.
Would you believe that this little thing is an iron? I guess what they used to do is that they would turn on their stove and then just put the iron on the stove until it gets hot and then iron their clothes. Pretty cool. You want to introduce the person in the shower? Yeah.
We do have a lady in the shower here. We figure we have to have a little humor in here occasionally, so it gets a chuckle out of people when they come in. So, but we call it our one-armed lady here in the shower. So anyway, it's fun. One of the things we're most proud of is our school tours. We completed last year, and we had over 1,000 students and teachers come through last school year. We start again this October. We just also in August had a luncheon for our docents, which we call our volunteers. And if you're at all interested in becoming a docent, you can call us. Again, the number is 562-865-3107. This is a fun thing to be involved in. Kids are always interesting, and it only takes about at least maybe twice a month to help out with a school tour, and it takes about a couple hours at a time. So if you think you might be interested, just give us a call. We'd love to have you. Our next major event coming up, and this is our fundraiser that we have once a year. It's called Blazing Saddles Roundup. It's going to be on November the 3rd at 6 o'clock. It's going to be held at the community center here in Artesia. We will have a local person doing the entertainment. He is a graduate from Artesia High School in 1958, and we're looking forward to listening to his country western music. So if you're at all interested, again, you can call that same number I just gave you. Both of the museums are open on the second Saturday of the month from 1 to 3. We also do special tours. If a group will get together, at least 5 or more, and contact us, we will give you a private tour also. We do have an email address. It's Artesia Historical Society at yahoo.com, and you can email us if you're interested in a tour or any other information. I can give you a phone number. It's 562-865-3107.
There's a memorial at the old fire station 30 that reads, "The roots of our history will grow the seeds of our future." Come and check out what the Artesia Historical Society has prepared for you. Maybe you'll find an answer to those pesky questions like, why is Artesia High School in Lakewood and not in Artesia? Who knows? Perhaps while you're at the historical museums, you might even get a glimpse into what could happen in the future. Reporting from a very cosmopolitan city of Artesia, California, my name is Andrew Perry. Tofa Soifua, my friends.